Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping meeting after 5 years on the sidelines of the BRICS Summit. This is no ordinary meeting. After a collective decision between both nations to begin phased disengagement at the line of actual control and after the 2020 Galwan clashes tensions, this meeting becomes extremely significant. So 5 big implications that have come from the meetings recently. Number 1, to remove the 2020 standoff stain that had come on the India-China relationship. Number 2, clear a path for a possible resolution in Depsang and Demchok. But importantly, can this moment allow India and China to evolve a larger border breakthrough that has happened from these meetings? Because of that, there can now be a focus on trade and economy relationship. This is why BRICS Summit meeting becomes important. But importantly, number 5, it can deprive the Western world of leverage it could use between India and China. Because remember that this is apna issue, hum solve karenge na, hamare beech ki baat hai. To not let the Western world and the Western nations, the USA, UK, Canada, dictate terms to us on how India-China relationship needs to go. To not let them misuse the friction between India and China. So does that mean, can Hindi Chini become bhai bhai? Can it become a reality? Maybe not. We remember their promise in 1962 and the betrayal that followed that led to a war. Heavy casualties specifically on India's side because we were not prepared for that war. Often China has been accused of promising one thing, and when India lowers the guard, China does absolutely the opposite. So it would be foolhardy to not remember the lessons from our background. But has China also realized that this disengagement and resolution of issues is crucial with India? After all, we are 2 strong nations, stable economies presently, and a Western world that is getting closer to India. So on the heels of this breakthrough along the line of actual control, both India and China stand to gain in ties of trade and technology. Both India and China combined have about 17 to 18% global trade. So we may not become friends, but a healthy competition and strategic interests together can yield better results. We may become the 2 big powerhouses of Asia, if not already. It would also be fair to say that China possibly realizes that it may need India, not on its side, so to say, but also not in confrontation. Because India is cordial to Russia and to also Ukraine, to Israel and also to Iran. And during the conflicts that we see right now while the BRICS Summit is being organized, India's position as a non-aligned power could make it an ideal pick for, if required, mediate in the conflict. Beyond that, India is also friends with powerhouses like the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and other nations in the Middle East. A Hindu-majority democracy on good terms with the Islamic kingdoms. Who is China friends with? Pakistan, a country that China is logically investing in because Pakistan is short on funds and future. So that's not exactly an alliance or a friendship either. To remember that China is strong with military and manufacturing, aggressive in authority, massive industrial hub for sure. But India has the goodwill in the world, and that will be our USP. A historic civilization, presently a stable economy, and possibly a future world leader. Thank you for watching.